All right. we're, we're live. We're doing this. Mic volume seems okay. Uh, what's up, Will? How was your weekend, man? How did things finish out for you? I don't know if I've told you this, but every time I look at your logo, like from this far away, it looks like the old Spurs logo a little bit. Or like every time I look at your what is it called, a profile picture, it looks like the old Spurs logo from here. Like just that streak of like white, and then it looks like lettering right there. My brother still able to walk and talk, but most of all, I'm good. Still able to walk and talk. Well, I'm good. Wait, still able to walk and talk. Did I did I miss something? Were you in like an accident over the weekend, or are you all right, man? Little party. Okay. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. I think that's pretty much everybody on the Monday after the Super Bowl. At least, at least most of the time, it's like that. what is your like poison of choice, Will? When you're was is this really live? See, that's kind of what I think. They said it was live on their Twitter. Okay. So this is, I guess this is good to go. Just say it's not tobacco. I mean, I'll say this, Will. Depending on where you live, like, you know, most of the country, that's something that's not tobacco's legal or is legal now. So fair enough. I won't ask any more questions. I won't ask any more questions. I'm not entirely convinced that this update is live, but maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, it still says Battle Pass Season 1. Let me. Yeah. No. No. I mean, I feel like, yeah. I'm not like, what's, I'm not worried about it. I'm not. I don't think that that's the kind of. Well, I guess who knows, but yeah, no, I'm not too worried about it, man. On their Twitter, they said this is live, but pretty sure it doesn't feel very live. I'm gonna close out of this. Not a hope of anything here. How was my weekend? I worked. Like yesterday I went into work at 10:30 in the morning, and I left at probably 4 o'clock this morning. Just a long. Yesterday was a long day. Friday I got home from work at like 8 o'clock and then just slept. Um, so like nothing too crazy. Not a hippie or anything here. No, I mean, yeah, I don't think that you know I don't think that has that connotation so much anymore. Um, at least not that I have noticed. I'll open that up a little bit. Yeah, yes. And normally, normally on Mondays, I'm not up or on this early. But if they were gonna update for season two, it's just time. What's up, Nightmare? About the Rams, Nightmare? What you do? What'd you do for the Super Bowl? Because like the thing is, this is I guess off topic, but on topic. They say there was a Warzone season two update that it's live right now, but at the same time, game we were seeing the Warzone season one update. Okay, so it's updating now for me, which is weird because before I launched, I kind of checked for updates. I'm gonna just chalk it up to Warzone being Warzone. Came down to that. Ooh, halftime show. I thought was underwhelming. I thought it was underwhelming. I was looking forward to it, Nightmare. Um, but if you enjoyed it, I'm happy for you. No, not underwhelming. I don't know, Nightmare. No more Nightmare. First off, I was looking forward to the halftime show. It was hyped up. I don't know, man. I mean, like, there's nothing more than I wanted for that to be like the perfect halftime show. But Nightmare, like, I tell you the things that I don't didn't like care for out of their control. I, if you, things shouldn't be like have to be dubbed on TV. Snoop Dogg coming to Vanguard, very excited about it. Like, if they're gonna like book a group that has some profanity in their songs, they they shouldn't have to dub it for TV one. Like, I know kids watch, but like at the same time, I, they shouldn't have to dub it. And then the other thing is, I know it's like a live outdoor concert, but the audio, the way they do audio in those stadiums is, I always feel like it's kind of rough. Like you don't get like a great sound quality, but like I don't know. I wish they'd had a little bit more time. Maybe that's like, I don't know if that's like a huge complaint. I wish they'd have had a little more time. I think that would have been a little bit better, right? Like it almost felt like the ensemble they had, like everybody got to do their one thing, and then we were kind of moving on from them. Yeah, yeah. They did some cool, like, I wasn't like, I don't think it had anything to do with the performers. Like like those guys were great. Yeah, even the 50 Cent thing was fun. Yeah, I kind of, I wish they had like, maybe like the Emmett Dre had gotten to do like one more song or something. Like that would have been cool. I could have, uh like, obviously Kendrick is like big L.A. So like, I watched the new Bel Air show and now I'm disappointed. I heard that. I heard that Nightmare. That was like the earlier review was that it was like, it kind of misses. It felt like it missed the mark. It's not a comedy, right? It's a drama. Like it's supposed to be a more serious kind of show. I had heard that. I'd heard that. Like, I don't know. I'll also say this: some things I don't know that I need like some things I don't know that I need another round of. Like some things are better left untouched. Like the first show is funny, but also hits like some dramatic notes. We're all supposed to be a nerd, but he over here he's doing drugs and stuff. I mean, I'll say this, Nightmare. Like I think part of the thing is like a lot of people don't fit the same molds that they would have fit like 20 years ago or 30 years. What was that? 91, so 30 plus years ago. Like especially like look at video games. Look at what video games like early 90s to now. So much more mainstream. So like I don't I haven't seen the show, but like you know I think that seems like at least like more well-rounded. That doesn't shock me that that's something they had to do as character. That seems like something that nowadays is like more like all kids are doing. Like to an extent. To an extent. Um. Okay. Nightmare. What? What? Did you go to a Super Bowl party or watch at home? Or did you go like out to watch it? Home. Home's. I feel like that home is where I used to watch every single one. Now I pretty much just work through all of them. But home is where I used to watch pretty much every Super Bowl. Just easier. It's uh I was pretty happy with the game. I was pretty happy with it, like I don't know that I was rooting for or against either team. My mom is from Cincinnati, but like on the final Rams drive, like I didn't want to see like Matthew Stafford be remembered for like not throwing a touchdown pass there. You know, like how is the new season? It's downloading as we speak, Nightmare. It's downloading as we speak. But when it's done downloading, we'll be hopping in, which is good. I'm excited to get back into it. Playing a little bit. We killed. I know you were not a big Apex fan, but we played a ton of Apex last week. And honestly, like I've been enjoying the game, so it's probably coming back this week. But today will be a pretty heavy Warzone day, probably. At least until I decide it's time to eat. Go to work. I'll blow my nose for a quick sec. You're not going to be playing the new season today? What? You got something going on, or are you just playing other things? Also, we're now a week and a half away from what is it? Elden Ring? And is that something you're going to be doing day one? Is that I'm excited for Elden Ring. Playing Assassin's Creed. Going back through and playing like is that this that's a series you've played before, right? Grinding. Yeah, I'm like so personally I'm going to be doing Elden Ring I think like day 1, man. Yes, I have it pre-ordered. Nice. What does that entail? Played and beat all of them. Okay. So this is you playing again. Which one's your favorite? I feel like I've asked this before. Well, I wonder if I can install it. Yeah, you can definitely install it. Oh, Elden Ring. I doubt it. That feels like something that they'll let you pre-download like sometime in next week. That would be my guess. I'm stuffier today. I feel like normally, but also I woke up a little bit earlier, so maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's part of it. Black Flag. Okay. Hold back a sneeze now. That's not what you want. Guess we look over the patch notes a little bit. We got uh play capture. All right. See what we got. New gameplay. Nebula, live ammo, and bombs create new offensive tactics. Portable decontamination stations. I played the first one. I thought it was good. I enjoyed the first game. You know, after that, the second one to me felt very similar. I didn't, I don't think I finished the second one. It didn't suck me in. The first one I thought was really good. But yeah, a lot of people I think think that Black Flag is one of the better ones. The locations, chemical factory and underground chemical weapons research labs, vehicle bomber plane, quality of life. Is there any big balance? Battle Royale adjustments. Public events are getting rotated. No public events will activate during the infill sequence. That means just during the opening of the game? You ever play Run Like Hell? No. It's Run Like Hell. That's the zombie game, right? You were telling me about over the weekend. I feel like we talked about this maybe last week, right? You're on. I don't know why. We just YouTube it. That's what we'll do. It's an old Xbox game. No, I don't think so. Get the ad within an ad.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Yeah.
Low fares starting at
No, I never. I
$5
don't think I ever played this. Play scope. This. That takes me back.
It's official. Yaren found plutonium in asteroid belt Alpha Beta 3. Looks like we have another.
Kind of looks like
today, Chief.
old like Knights of the Old Republic. Like graphics vibe.
I love you, you know that?
Until the end of time.
Until the end of time. Rossetti Station, this is Shuttle 1. Please respond.
Nick, what's wrong?
I don't know.
Nick? What is it?
Okay.
After you left, a supply ship docked with the station. It's at this time that unloaded these damn nightmares.
Cool.
They took Central Command first, then spread through the station.
It gives me like Dead Space vibes a little bit too. What's up, Jake? How are you?
Samantha! I'm not here to make peace with them. I'm here to kill them. There'll be no mercy, no peace. You can count on that.
This also gives me. This also gives me like I don't know if you ever played The Thing. This game I loved. Good, Jake. We were waiting for our Warzone to finish updating. Hey, thank you, Jake.
If none of us make it, at least there'll be some kind of a record.
But this kind of gives me these kind of. Oh, let me tell you, the Thing game, fantastic. I don't know why.
Nothing to go on.
Well, let's set the highest quality I guess we can get.
It rips through your
Alright.
clothes when it takes you over. We're all very tired.
It's similar type of vibe.
Wait. RJ McCready.
This was this I played a ton of.
Blake, you should have a look at this.
Especially if you like the movie The Thing or the sequel, prequel. This one was fantastic. I wish there's got to be like a better quality fucking trailer for this.
I'm gonna hide this tape when I'm finished.
This is maybe a little bit cleaner.
I think it rips through your clothes when it takes you over. We're all very tired. There's nothing else I can do. Just wait. R.J. McCready, helicopter pilot, U.S. Outpost North 31.
Blake, you should have a look at this.
What the hell?
Yeah, like this also like did the whole like
What have you got?
One body. No
what would you
sign.
call it? Like had the like paranoia of like, is this person the thing? Is it not? Did a really solid job. It kind of the same look as that run like hell like game to a point.
What we're dealing
It's a good one.
with isn't human. But it's taken human form.
I remember thinking this like the graphics looked fantastic at the time, and now it looks incredibly dated.
Bullshit. You're infected just like the rest of them. My men are dying out there. I've seen firsthand what this infection is capable of.
Oh, you have no idea what it can do.
Like my dad always said, if you want a job done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Yeah. All right. Let's. So, all right. So we got public events are changing. So supply choppers, fire sale, jailbreak, which is good. No public events during infill sequence. That's good. I think that means just during the opening of the game. They take out some contracts. I guess yeah. Ground weapons are changing. They've changed the loot a little bit. So probably be less cash would be my guess. Changing in Vanguard Royale, you're getting the loadout drop a little bit earlier. No stun grenades now. Don't know how I feel about it. Thermites will be allowed. That's probably a right move. At least it fits the Vanguard style. Way more public events than this. More dead silence in Vanguard mode. UAVs removed from buy station. UAVs available as contract rewards. That's not a terrible change. I don't know that that's like a great change. I don't know how I feel about that. Right, so this is the new spot. Chemical factory. So this is I guess right in the mines area. Kind of what it looks like. Or no, this is up north. This is up north. It's pretty cool. Jake, they kept UAV in the regular mode, is what I understand. It's just going to be the Vanguard mode that it's not in the buy stations. Thanks, Blaze. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to you too, man. How was your weekend? Underground Chemical Lab. So this is I think on the north side. I think where this is. Here, I'll show you. Caldera map. Was what we wanted. Let's open this up. I just want to see the picture. Yeah. So I think where this is it's like right in here. I think that's where one of the new spots is. And then if I had to guess, what does this say about the other one? We'll knock some of these out. All right. Underground Chemical Weapons Research Labs. Okay, so these are just going to be around Caldera, kind of like bunkers were, I guess. I wonder if these are going to be underneath those, like, hatches. This has been applied to weapon XP. Okay, so that's nice. Weapon XP is going up. Vanguard weapons can be saved as custom mods. That's a good change. Gameplay new features. Redeploy balloons. This is like what they have in Apex, where you can go up, fly in. It's very clear if you're flying nearby. I guess you can crash into these. NPC defensive threats. Don't know how I feel about these. New AI units can be found at various new locations, including the guard tower that surround the new chemical. Especially with how like uh, ridiculous the Krampus stuff was. I don't know that introducing AI like with guns shooting at you. I don't know that that's a good change. Portable decontamination station. Also, this is another one that I don't know if I like this change. Needed your help on a big decision? Hit me with it, Blaze. So this is like kind of like an Apex. Should I get a PC or a PS5? Ooh. That's a good question. I think for me, Blaze, if I can tell you, like my decision to go with a PC was basically PC. I had always heard was a top tier experience. If you liked playing video games, PC was just a better experience. So for me, PC was the right move. But it's definitely more to keep up with too. You know, I think it's about one. Can you get it at the right place? Mikhail, I know for a fact that unfortunately they did not, and they have no plans to. That was something they announced the last Thursday, Mikhail. Is that basically what they said is that they're not doing a console FOV slider until Warzone 2 comes out, or PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One Series X. Phone just said that shit. Yeah, that's the other thing, Blaze, is like with a PC, like if you get a PlayStation 5 or if you get the new Xbox, which I'm just gonna call the new Xbox, like you at least know what you're getting, you know. Will is 100% right. If you're going to go the PC route, Blaze, I would really look into it. And there's probably guys that watch this channel that know a lot more about like what exactly you're looking for. And like if you have any questions, I also know some people that like helped me set up mine. So if that's one of the ways you're gonna go, thanks. So sad though. That's what bothered me, Mikhail, was here. I'll show you the tweet, and we're about done with this update. So we will get into some games after this. But like what bothered me about this was I can find it. They put out so they did this special community update, special briefing. Okay. This was basically to push all of their like this is basically to they put this out to like get everybody ready for like the Warzone 2 announcements that were coming out at the end of last week. And they basically said here that field of view sliders on consoles one of the things that has been talked about in the community and requires major performance impacts for old gen console players. Goal is for Warzone to be a performant experience on all platforms, which by the way, if the goal for Warzone is to be performant is to have like a good experience, okay. That's if you're gonna go that route, Blaze, that's I would say especially first time, having somebody that knows, you know, what they're doing with it, that's probably the way to go. That's probably the person to ask. I thought it was a little shitty that they basically said that there were some like concerns with how the game would run when it came to asking about like FOV, because the thing is like they've known for a while. It's not like they came to this decision last week that they weren't going to do console FOV. And this is one of the things people have asked for. It's just, to me, that seemed kind of like, hey, we're going to do this in the next one. You know, it's kind of like that like Call of Duty hype cycle, except now with Warzone, where you know, like every year when a new Call of Duty's coming out, they're like, this is going to be the best Call of Duty ever. And it's like, okay. So what we're learning now is like all the stuff that is broken that's not going to get fixed with the current one, which kind of sucks. Yeah. So yeah, tough, Mikhail. Very tough. All right. Let me flip this back. I guess, where are we going? Here. And we'll X out of this. We'll move this back over to this. But yeah, best advice I could give you, Blaze, is like, one, if you're gonna go that route, like, be selective. So the big bugs on Warzone will now stay. No, they said they are gonna like try and get the game running as well as they can, but like, it's definitely one of those things where they had bad news, and they've probably had the bad news for a while, and they chose to kind of unveil it with the idea that, oh, Warzone 2 is gonna have it, which to me is a little shitty. You know, like, because it's not like they could have told us months ago, especially with how many people were asking for it, is the way I feel about it. There. Right, now it should be good. So that's kind of, and the stream will probably lag as soon as this game loads a little bit. We'll see. That's kind of the way I feel about it. It's like, this was the most requested thing from the community. You didn't figure out in the last 2 weeks that you weren't going to be able to do it. You know, you've known for a little bit. Pick the time when it was most convenient for you to basically say, oh, we're doing this when it comes out. Definitely there. You're just gonna kill it and leave like Modern Warfare 2019? I mean, yeah. At some point. It is popular enough, Blaze, where I do believe that they will they'll do what they can. If FOV for almost all new games caught such a huge fan base. That's another part of it, you know? And it's definitely easier for them to do what they're going to do. And like, I'll say this. I don't know what, you know, I don't know how to program. So like, I'm not going to say that like it's 100% doable, but what I will say is they knew, of course it needs an restart. They knew before they well before they told. My reaction was, oh, good. Yeah, it's always, whenever this game loads up, it's always the same, you know, noise and whatnot. And we've started another update apparently. And we're now playable again. All right, we'll see. This is Halo 2 Theater. Halo in general or Halo 3 theater, like being able to go back through and watch the games. That's something that I think that they've talked about, some kind of like enhanced spectator mode for. I would think it was a great idea to